Hi, you guys. I just noticed I had two pairs of glasses on. Yep, that's a sign of senior citizen. Anyway, we had our good parts. Today is going to be 56 and a half, I think, or 56.1, because I only I only wanted to do this because of the Grow Rich call this morning was really powerful, and Amy Starion, she hosted and was talking about. And I apologize, I am not familiar with the artist, the singer, but he's very popular. And she was talking about how he is known for how he recognizes people. He sees you, not sees through you, like a lot of the entertainers possibly do. Once they get, rich and famous or whatever, they get sometimes a little pompous and take advantage of their notoriety. Did I say that right? But it was pretty good. I mean, it was powerful because a lot of people spoke up. A lot of times, we don't get to speak up because there's a lot of audience participation. So, you're kind of like, I always say it's like hopscotch. You're trying to wait to get in. Um, and it's not always important what you have to say. You want to listen to what other people have to say. So it's very edifying call, and I've said that a lot of times in my details. It tells you the phone number. It's every morning. It's free. It's from 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. And we have people getting in from all over the world, actually, at all different times because they love it so much. But there's a replay. So if you don't have time, you can get on it. But the bottom line is this artist, which you should go to the replay, and I have it in my details. She tells you who that artist is. And some people didn't know who it was, but some people did. But ultimately, she told a great story about a Down syndrome boy that was there, that he especially called out of the audience and brought up on stage, her herself with her friend. And it gets very emotional because you feel all of a sudden like, you're worthy. Somebody noticed you, um and he cared for you. He cared genuinely. And as a lot of the conversation was about tears and healthy tears. It's okay to cry, that kind of thing. And it is okay to cry. um Pastor Rick Warren, I listened to him a lot lately, like I never had before, and he had lost a son to mental illness that he had struggled with his whole entire life. And I mean, as parents, I'm not a parent, right? But you can feel their hearts, a whole lifetime of struggling, trying to find answers for this mental illness and that he struggled with. And it just wasn't, he was just a tortured soul. He had a beautiful heart, but a tortured, mind. So it was terrible. He did commit suicide, and it was the worst day of their lives. And he talks about that with emotion, that those experiences in life are for you to help other people. So that's very important too. But Nelson came on. He's part of our community, and he spoke about Billy Graham talked about tears, and that obviously Billy Graham was a pretty big role model in the Christian world. Um, and I remembered what Rick Warren said something about tears too. So I looked up a scripture about tears today, and I found this, and it was really kind of cute. It was written, it's in the Christian Century, which I never heard of, but this person wrote about it, and starts, "Can I have a tear from my pocket? When I was a child, my mother often asked me this question when I had been crying. As far as I can recall, I always answered yes. After all, my tears didn't seem to be doing me any good, and they were only going to splash onto my clothes or onto the floor otherwise. Having received my consent, mother would rub her thumb across one of my lower eyelids, saturating it with the brine, and then plunge it into her pockets. Even after she had performed the same ritual half 100 times, it still had the remarkable effect of slowing my stream of tears. It was such me out of my sorrow. Why would my mother want a tear? And why for her pocket? Did it feel somehow incomplete if not regularly watered with human tears? Wouldn't my tear just be absorbed or forgotten, washed away in the next load of laundry? But I also felt that This recognition of the value of my tears was more broadly an acknowledgement of the sorrow I was experiencing and an expression of my mother's love for me. In Psalms 56, the psalmist declares to God, "You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your record?" God's plan for storing tears seems more viable than my mother's, but the rhetorical intent is the same. God's esteem for our tears is an acknowledgement that our sorrow and our very lives are precious in God's eyes. And I thought that was so beautiful. I wanted to share it. It wasn't in my plan today, but I thought it was important. So hopefully you guys open it because it's a good surprise today. A little surprise. You guys have a great day. It's a little longer than normal, but anyway, I love you. And maybe I'll be back later today. Who knows? Bye. Have a great day. Stay beautiful.